See if you agree with this statement. We love to hate zucchini. It's truth, right? Actually, the truth is it's a pretty versatile vegetable, and maybe that's why we keep coming back to it year after year. But if you've got too much of this garden produce and you're ready to declare a zucchini emergency, Marta Nielsen with USU Extension is here to help. Are you ready to be our vegetable emergency responder?
Absolutely.
So this time of year, we start to see recipes popping up like crazy. What to do with your abundant zucchini, what to do with garden zucchini. You say don't just use it and cook it now, preserve it.
Absolutely. If you can't stand another bite of zucchini now, I've got some great ways you can save it for later in the winter months when we don't have that fresh garden produce.
Do you grow it?
I do. I got a little late start this year, but I fortunately have some relatives who have donated some nice big zucchini
She
for us
says
today.
fortunately with a smile, because sometimes those like neighbor doorbell ditches this time of year aren't as welcome. I don't grow it, so I never tire of it, but for those who do, the preservation techniques you have today will really help out.
Yes, so we're going to talk about drying zucchini, freezing it, and canning it.
Okay, should we start with drying?
Yeah, so I have this little jar of dried zucchini. Can you believe that was a whole zucchini once?
Oh, no way.
So the way you want to prepare your zucchini to dry it is you just make sure it's washed well, cut it in about 1/4 inch slices, and then put it in your food dryer.
Is this sort of an unusual approach? I've heard of drying fruit. I've never heard of drying zucchini.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes we can get dried vegetables from like emergency preparedness stores, but you can totally do this at home.
And it has a crunch, or it has a...
Well, so how I would recommend using this, because it's definitely going to be crunchy, is to add it into soups or chili or casseroles. And it's so easy to store because once it's lost all its moisture, it's small. Pop it in your pantry in an airtight container, and it's
then
preserved.
You'll rehydrate it through the way that you serve and prepare.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I've never heard of that idea. There's idea number 1. What's idea number 2?
Idea 2 is to freeze your zucchini, and you can cut it any way that you like to use it. You can do it in like disc slices, you can make zoodles, you can shred it, that's what I'll be doing today, or chop it any way you like to use it. That's how you want to prepare it to freeze it.
Do you cook it before you freeze it?
Well, there's a trick. So in the past, I had just popped it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer, but I learned...
As a raw veggie?
Yes,
okay.
But I learned a trick to preserve the quality longer. You want to blanch the zucchini first. So blanching it is just kind of flash cooking it.
Okay.
A lot of times we blanch tomatoes or peaches if we want to peel the skins off. So you can blanch it in steam, which we'll be doing, or if you have a pot that has this inside, you can do that as well in boiling water.
Okay.
So the reason we do that is it kills all the enzymes and preserves the quality of the food longer.
Nice, nice. How long can you keep it in the freezer then at that point?
So I would say still just keep it within several months.
Okay.
Definitely eat it before the next season comes around.
Yes, please do that. Please do that, or we'll have another problem on our hands next year.
Yeah, so can I show you what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the first tip is to measure into the quantities that you'll be using it in your recipes. So shredded zucchini, like my favorite brownie recipe, has 2 cups of zucchini, so you'd want to shred 2 cups. We're going to just do 1 cup today.
That's smart to forecast ahead how you'll be using it, so there isn't an extra step in measuring when you pull it out of the freezer.
It's so easy. You just pull it out of the freezer,
Genius.
pop it right in your recipe.
Yep.
So I have some, we're going to get a little facial here.
I welcome it.
I've got some boiling water.
Bring on the heat as long as we can have it, right?
Yeah, and I've got a steaming basket in there. That just keeps it out of the boiling water, but it still gets that nice steam.
Do you need a steaming basket then? You need some sort of container to keep it out of the water.
If you're doing the steaming method, you do.
Okay.
So then we're just going to pop that in there and then put the lid on, and you want to let it sit for a few minutes.
Would a strainer work, just to put a strainer over the top of the pot?
It might, if you can still shut your lid all the way.
Okay.
That would probably work. I found that at a secondhand store. They're not difficult to find. I think you can probably also find them at most grocery stores in their kitchen utensil sections.
So if you're planning to stock your freezer, invest in that little gadget. How long does it sit in the hot water?
So just a few minutes until it has turned sort of translucent, so we can take a peek. I would say that's not quite ready.
Still green.
Yeah, so we don't need to we don't need to babysit that. When it comes out, when it's all done, you want to pop it into your Ziploc bag, and then I have an ice bath. We would put it right in the ice bath.
In the bath, okay.
To cool it off. So to stop the cooking process before you then put it in the freezer.
So we're not totally cooking it. We're just looking for that translucent color.
Yes.
I like this idea. Zoodles are so popular, right? With kids, you pull it out pre-dinner, thaw it, cook it up, and you're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Fresh garden veggies for dinner. I like that, even in November, December. Okay, what's method number 3?
Okay, method number 3 is canning. So zucchini is a low acid food. That means that we need to add acid in to be able to preserve it safely. so that we don't make anyone sick when they're eating
Yes,
our
please.
canned food. So the two recipes I brought to show you today, one is a zucchini relish, and this is one that my mom always made growing up that I loved.
I love that a smile just stretched across your face when you said that.
It's so good.
Because food's memories, right?
Yes, and she always called it hot dog relish. So it has red pepper, green pepper, onion, shredded zucchini, a little sugar and vinegar, and some spices. It's a little sweet, it's a little zesty. So delicious.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, so you can put it on hot dogs, hamburgers. I love it mixed in tuna salad.
Oh, yum.
On your sloppy joes or pulled pork. It's really versatile and really delicious.
And cans up nicely.
Yes. So the other recipe I brought is a little unusual, but it's called pineapple zucchini.
What? Pineapple zucchini.
Yes. So another way that you can preserve this low acid food is by combining it with pineapple juice.
This feels wrong. Okay.
If you close your eyes.
Pineapple juice and what else?
And some lemon juice and sugar. So you cook that down on your stove top, you hot pack it into the jars and process it. And you can use this, so I've got it shredded here. It tastes just like crushed pineapple.
Are you sure? Am I brave enough?
Try it, just try it.
Crushed pineapple, cheers to that. It tastes just like pineapple.
It tastes like pineapple, and you can do it, you can cube the zucchini if you want pineapple chunks, zucchini pineapple chunks, and you can use this so many ways. You could pop that into a fruit salad.
You totally
Your kids would
could.
have no idea they were eating a vegetable. You can use it in breads or muffins or cakes. I've made some little hummingbird cake muffins.
Guess what? I'm going to call that a genius idea.
Isn't that amazing?
It's kind of like those cotton candy grapes, so you can't think about it too much. Am I eating zucchini? Am I eating pineapple? What am I eating? But what a great use, and to be able to stretch it out over the season and enjoy those fresh produce options. You've got muffins here too, I see.
Yes, so those are based on hummingbird cake. So they have banana. You know I love to bake, so
Yes,
I had to bake something for you. They have banana and the pineapple zucchini. Normally they would have crushed pineapple, and then the pecans as well.
So that's a use for this canned pineapple zucchini concoction. Guess what? I like it. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
And we're so grateful for the 3 uses.
Yes, well, and one thing you need to know when you're preserving food at home, especially with canning, is you need to make sure you're using a safe recipe, one that's been scientifically tested and proven to be safe for your family to eat. And so there are some great sources for safe recipes. Ball is one great source. Also, your extension office is always a great source for information.
Say, you have canning courses. The Salt Lake canning course is in our rearview mirror, but it was so successful. You have another one coming up in Utah County.
Yes, we do. We have the Master Preserver course coming up in Utah County, and that's a 3-day series learning all of these techniques. And with a great focus on canning.
Awesome. How do we sign up for that?
So just contact your local extension office to find out what canning classes they have. And again, Utah County is where we've got that Master Preserver course.
All right. Great information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're going to post those canning resources that Marta mentioned for you on our website. They'll be posted under the recipe page. And while you're there, I'll just plant this seed, no pun intended. We've shared so many fun zucchini recipes over the last couple of weeks, knowing so many of you have an abundance of this vegetable this time of year. So make that a go-to source as well as you're trying to use up the best of summer